Welcome to this mindfulness exercise. This exercise is uniquely designed to help you align with the energy of the solar eclipse on the 25th of October 2022. We are now in eclipse season, so the energy is all around us in advance of the eclipse and will remain with us after. So anytime you want to listen to this eclipse, from the time that it is broadcast, will be appropriate, up and until the time that we start moving into the November eclipse. I'd like you to take your time, moving to sit comfortably on your chair or lying down where you are. And bring your attention gently to your breathing. Take a couple of deep breaths. As you do, bring your awareness to the sensation of the breath entering your body. You may feel it warm as it enters your body and travels down through your lungs and into your abdomen. And as you release the breath, you may want to imagine that you're releasing some of the cares and stresses and strains of the day. Add those to the breath as it enters your body. And as you breathe out, just release them. Let them go. And now just bring your attention gently to your feet. On the floor, on the bed or on the furniture, wherever you're sitting or lying. And see if you can notice where your feet physically connect with the ground or the furniture. This is where we are grounded, connected with the earth. This is what sustains us and supports us. This is where we feel grounded, even while we take our time to take this time out. It's important that we stay grounded and centered. We can even imagine that we have small roots growing into the ground that can sustain us, almost like tiny trails of ivy, feeling their way into the earth, and that can stabilize us. And as we breathe in, we can imagine breathing in from the earth as well. Sustenance coming in from the earth that provides everything we need. Everything that the planet needs. And now we bring our attention gently back to our breathing. And we follow that breath down as it reaches our heart. Our heart that works away so hard every day, sustaining our life, usually without us giving it a second thought. But today we'll notice it beating away. And recognise it for the job that it does so well. We'll also think about entering our heart centre, the very essence of us, where all our emotions are held, sometimes too tightly, sometimes things that need to be released are stored there, things that hurt us that we've held on to too tightly. Maybe there's things that you need to release that are held there. Maybe there's just love. Go into that heart centre. I wonder what you'll find. This meditation is preparing us for the energies of the solar eclipse. The date for the eclipse is the 25th of October, but the energies are already building. The eclipse is in Cazimi with Venus. The Cazimi happens a couple of days before the eclipse, but she will still be there on the day of the eclipse. And Venus will control our heart. She will control whatever's in our heart that needs to be released, and whatever needs to come towards our heart. Eclipses can be a time of rapid change. Eclipses can be a time of lessons, of being shown what's missing, of being shown what we need to appreciate more in ourselves and in others. So while we're in this place of heart centre and gentle love, I just want you to align with this energy and be aware that at this time, look out for what Venus may be sending you and this solar eclipse, so that you're aligned with it, that if these lessons come along, you can recognise them and benefit from them. Because if you're being shown where you lack appreciation, or where others are not appreciating you, where you're not being appreciated enough, or where you need to appreciate others more, you might be shown where you're too generous, where you're not generous enough, where others aren't generous enough with you. Anything like that. You might be being shown love in its very highest form, in its spiritual form. You might be being shown creativity, again, in its highest spiritual form. You might be being offered these gifts. You might be given lessons around self-worth. You might be being asked to release pain around self-worth. You might be given opportunities to develop self-worth if there's areas where your self-worth is lacking. And if we know to look out for these opportunities, these gifts, these lessons, we're in a better position to benefit from them. And everything that we're being sent will be for our highest good. So if you know this and you recognise something that's being sent just for you, make sure you welcome it, because it will be for your highest spiritual good. The eclipses are in the signs of Taurus and Scorpio, so these signs will definitely be feeling that energy the most. The signs that are square to that, which is Leo and Aquarius, will also be affected, and they will feel tension and be asked to integrate those lessons. And also other people who have their rising signs as either any of those four, who may have strong planets in those signs, will also be affected. For example, if your Venus is in any of those signs, you will be affected. Although your Sun would probably be in those signs as well. It's a time of rapid change. It's a time when we have to surrender our egos, because the planets are in conference. They've shut the doors, they've shut the light out. We can't see them. The moon is blocking the light of the sun, so we can't see the sun and Venus. They're in conference with a do not disturb sign on, and they'll let us know the decision when they re-emerge. So we can only wait and see what they hold for us. And the changes will come as they will. The eclipse is a part of a larger cycle. The Venus star point cycle started a long time ago, and she's just closing off that cycle and about to move to Libra, which will be a 100-year cycle. There's cycles in cycles, but you could look back to 2004, and you could also look to 2021 to see what cycles may be affecting you, for a clue about what changes and themes are involving you. But for now, don't let your thoughts wander too much. Stay in the present moment. Stay with your breathing. Stay with your heart. And if these changes come, I hope they will be welcome for you. But if they bring challenges, just remember, you can come back to this recording and remember that the changes are for you, for your highest good. Remember to breathe. Remember to go into your heart and look at what you can release. What pain is held there that you can now release. And I truly hope that you look back and welcome these changes in. But for all of us, it's important to stay grounded and centered while the planets go about their business. So we stay breathing. We remember that we are just human here on this earth, living our lives as best we can, as we seek to honour ourselves and honour each other and honour our planet. And so we honour our heart, honour our true heart centre. Bring our attention back to our feet, wriggle our toes, wriggle our hands, and bring our attention back to the room that we're in, and open our eyes gently. Thank you so much.